What up, y'all? Okay, we're doing it. I just decided to go back to back and I would record our oracle, a manifestation oracle forecast for the week. I am getting us caught up today on all the content that we were behind on from Memorial Day and my sister's crawfish boil from Sunday. So I'm doubling up on videos tonight. And we're here for our oracle manifestation reading, where every week we like to check in with our personal goals and manifestations and see where we're at and what we can do to fully expand into our potential and what we can do to overcome our shortcomings. And the first card up is Tranquility. Oh my God, this is so me, Little Mermaid in the tub. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude. Indulging in much needed self-care. Oh my goodness. Well, if you didn't just watch the reading, the anchor message for the week, it was all about self-care and self-love and recommitting to the self, to the promises to the self, because we're developing and working on our self-love and our self-worth. And so part of that is self-care and taking care of the needs of your own spirit and soul and heart and body, so that you're not needy and reaching outside of yourself for your needs to be met. So tranquility, that's the best way also to, because another of the themes that came up in today's reading, the anchor message, was the Hanged Man. It's a moment of pause and surrender. And so when we can relax and we can choose to relax, that's a very powerful energy, because it demonstrates trust and confidence and certainty and rest and abundance and ease and gratitude. And so it's a demonstration to the universe that you're trusting and that you're open and that you're not in control. In fact, I think I took a nice little bath last night with some ginger salt and the other Dr. Teal's bubble bath. So it was like ginger and rose and orange and almond. That was a really good combination. I think I might do a repeat tonight. But yeah, very, very relaxing. But yeah, in order to actually get your manifestations, the final piece of it is to let it go, completely, to be unattached, particularly to form or timing. The more unattached that we are, there's more avenues and opportunities and possibilities for the universe to deliver, right? Like, for instance, there could be a career that you want, and there could be like all of these things that are essences about that career or that job. But depending on, a lot of things that could present, that could give you those criteria. And so, sometimes people get really caught up on going after like one specific company that they want to work for. And what they don't realize is that they may have a very enriching experience with another team of people at another company that is actually way better than even the one that they thought that was going to be so great. So surrender is huge, and the universe takes the path of least resistance. And so it's like water, right? So the more open you are, but the more specific you are about the essence that you're looking for, but the less attached you are, then there's more opportunity for the universe to fill those requests, if that makes sense. But you also can't compromise on your deal breakers. So it's very important to get clear on preferences versus non-negotiables versus deal breakers, right? And you can't settle if there's like a big, huge deal breaker in the mix. And then you can't go for something if there's like big pieces that are missing either, that you absolutely need, right? Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. So yeah, we were talking about in today's reading for the anchor message about reevaluating and looking at the different soul contracts in your life. Which ones are continuing? Which ones are coming up for completion? Where are we cutting cords, right? We're getting rid of toxic influences in our life. And so that could mean that, you know, things are changing in your job or career or your workplace. That could mean that things are changing in your social groups or in your, inner circles, right? We're all going through things in our own different ways. And so we're having to reevaluate and edit our lives constantly all the time. It's just that right now in this season of life, collectively, we're all doing this like together. And it's been pretty crazy. So right now, we're really evaluating, okay, what influences are around me? What is draining me of my energy? You know, are there energy vampires around you that are draining you, that are, you know, pulling from you, trying to get emotional intensity out of you, or, you know, that are draining your time or your focus or your resources? Whatever it is, like, you need to evaluate, right? Are you investing in a job or a hobby that's just not paying off? If so, like, maybe you just need to think of it as something for fun that you do on the side, but it's not like a valid or a viable side hustle. Maybe it's not scalable in the long run, right? Either way, right now, it's good to surround yourself with positive influences, with nurturing and healthy and balanced influences, and avoid people who will poo-poo your woo-woo. Right? Like, there are people in my life that really aren't like kosher with, you know, my channel. They would rather me not do these things, like, you know, that they have conservative beliefs. And I'm sorry, but like, I'm not asking for your permission or your validation, right? So I just don't discuss my channel with these people. If they don't want to see it, then don't watch it. Like, it's not for them. So yeah, like, don't go tell all your plans and your dreams to people, because they'll underestimate you or they'll talk you out of it, you know? If you're building a company, if you're an entrepreneur, it's going to be a huge undertaking, and it's an enormous investment, and it's an enormous sacrifice. And so you have to surround yourself with people who understand the weight of starting a business, who understand the kind of toughness and resilience it requires to keep showing up and to keep putting effort in and day out, right? When you are tired and you want time to yourself and you still have a million things to do, right? You can't be with people who are like, oh, blow off, who cares? It's like, what's the point anyway? You need to be with people who are proud of you, who see your value, who see what you're bringing, who see your vision, who appreciate that, who are positive about it and who are encouraging. Not people who are disempowering. That's another big thing. Be careful who you're giving your power to and who has power over you. What we're doing right now with those reevaluating all of those soul contracts and cords is taking our power back from where we've given it away, right? Where are you bound? Where are you feeling trapped or tied to something that is keeping you stifled or bound? I meant to go into this in the video about our anchor message, but this is like the culmination of everything that we've been working through during Lent season and Passover, when we did our exodus from Egypt, when we are walking away from slavery. It's like the plagues of Egypt came to free us from our slavery, but we still have to leave. We still have to make that exodus. We still have to walk away. We have to go through the process of freeing and liberating ourselves from these addictions, from these patterns, from these old storylines. And so remember, if you've been watching, the Omer was the past 7 weeks that tested each level of the soul each week according to a new theme. And so the final day to culminate all of that was Thursday, the Thursday a few days ago. It's called Shavuot. And so it's like Shavuot is the grand finale of all those challenging days. And it's like that day you're challenged to embody all that you have been working towards, and to finally let go of the old patterns and the old ego shells that have kept you, bound in smallness, and to finally transcend that small ego petty self and choose for the sake of sharing, choose for the sake of unity, choose for the sake of mercy, for the light. And so yes, there are probably challenges and things that you're being faced with right now that are kind of putting all of those things up in your face for review. It's like, hi, now that we have come to the end of Passover and you've received all the light, we need you now to complete these contracts. Here, sign these papers, sign on the dotted line here, throw this into the shredder. Like you get the idea. It's like now is like the time where the rubber hits the road, because we're going into the new storyline. We're at the fork in the road here. So now it's like we're in a season of decision making, and this is sort of shaping this new life that we're starting and the new self that we're becoming. What is your new story going to look like? What are you now writing for your future, right? How have you started your story? Worthiness. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. So like the challenges that are coming up right now are testing your worthiness, your self-worth. Like all the work that you've done up until now, like it's being tested. Like the structural integrity of, what we've been building is being put to the test. It's being put under the elements, the wind, the rain, the storm. Is it going to stand up? Have you built the vessel? Is the vessel strong, or are we short-circuiting right now? And so our ability to act in accordance with our higher self is dependent on the strength of our self-worth, period. If we don't have strong self-worth, then we can't act in accordance with that, because we're not familiar with what it looks like. So that is the assignment right now, is to focus in on self-love, self-care, self-worth. Stay away from toxic influences and toxic people and drama and, negativity and, people who will disempower you or try to be manipulative or controlling even. Like, stay near positive people, because if you're not around positive people, the negative people will echo all the people from the past that have chipped away at your self-worth. It will be a magnified memory of all of those things that you were told over and over and over again. So it's time to finally heal these things so that the new life going forward isn't tainted by the same problems. Music for manifesting. This has come up like every single week for weeks and weeks now. There is a lot going on with music. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. So I suggest the kind of music that will put you in the mood of like what you're trying to call in. So if you know what I mean, if you're not trying to be dysfunctional, then maybe don't listen to Taylor Swift. I mean, like, you know, she is what she is, but her lyrics, I mean, if you really think about them in terms of like psychology and self-help, it is sick. She's a narcissist. Like, stop letting all these small children listen to her. But yeah, anyway, I mean, this is also coming from a person that, like, if I had kids, I would put them in front of South Park. But South Park always ends on the moral high ground every single time. So I'd rather my kids be facetious with dirty potty mouths, and be, you know, reasonable with moral fiber than be, I'm just a blank space baby. So let's write your name. You know what I mean? So yeah, music for manifesting. Be careful about the music that you're listening to, and be mindful that it is the mood that you want to be getting into that will put you in the vibe of the things that you want to attract. All right, you guys, that is it for tonight. We got tranquility. We got positive energy. We've got worthiness. And we've got music for manifesting. So get your dancing shoes on. I know I am. I'm going to see if I have time tomorrow before work to get on some shoes and do a little dancing. And I've been missing it. I've been missing just like, you know, I don't know. I grew up dancing growing up. And it's just there's not as many opportunities to dance as an adult. At least not just for the fun of it. And so, I don't know, I really enjoy like just having the pole at my house and just doing my own little struggling with it. It's really fun. Do a little twerk out here and there. But yeah, all right, y'all, holla at ya.